Hello, hello! Welcome back. Well, it's more like I'm welcoming myself back. Yikes. Loop, loop. That's a loop. That's okay. Anyhow, hi, welcome back to the stream. I am Yellowfang42. I am hosting both on Twitch and YouTube. Right now, my chat babysitter for YouTube is currently charging, so I do have the multi-chat open, so yeah. That's what we're working with this time around. I took a vocal rest yesterday because I had the beginnings of a sore throat and I was like, oh no, I cannot do this. I do not want a cold. Turns out, not only did I need a vocal rest, I needed a nap and food that wasn't just vegetables and gravy. So, I've got that taken care of. I got well rested. I do have snacks with me today, and it is not an apple. I'm going to try to not crunch in your ears, but you know what? It's kind of part of the comedy at this point, and I'm a bit lazy. Anyway, let's pop ourselves over to the console. For those of you who are watching the VODs or are just getting here that are not familiar, hi. I am doing a stupid thing where I am trying to get to level 99, and as you can see in the save file over there, that's Station of Serenity. And it's been 21 hours of gameplay. We're at level 28. I am trying to get to level 99 before I fight Twilight Thorn. And I am doing this by way of farming dusks, but I have to make sure that my health is at or below 50% of my total health bar. This is so then my experience boost ability can kick in, and instead of getting 4 XP out of these guys, I get 8 XP. So we're getting about at least between 40 to 80 XP per run through. Okay, I'm not letting him do that right off the bat. As helpful as that is a little too helpful, and I do not want that help. But we are just getting that started, so then I can... Can you properly give me some damage so then I can take you out? Anyway, that is the beauty of things. We are working towards level 29 as it says on the tin. Pretty exciting if I do say so. Because, yeah, we're at least... How many thousand XP in out of 2 million? 42,000 out of 2 million. We're doing pretty good so far. I can't believe it. I was about to break out the calculator almost immediately. Usually I try not to break out the calculator until at least halfway through the stream, because whenever I break out the calculator, I know that I'm going to start paying attention to numbers too much, and it's going to make time decelerate. Basically, it'll stretch. The time accordion stretches, and that sucks. Maybe. Not really, actually. I quite enjoy this. Probably too much. I don't know why. So I didn't stream yesterday, but I did stream on Tuesday. And during that Tuesday stream, at the very end of the stream, after getting the level, I decided to mess around on my other critical file, and I actually got some progress in the Cavern of Remembrance. So that was pretty cool. A little scary a couple of times, but it was really, really cool. So I'm like, cool, awesome. One more step towards doing the data battles. Why would I do that to myself? I have no clue. I can barely beat Syx as is, which is really depressing sounding. Alrighty. They are doing everything except giving me damage. It's literally their job and they're not doing it. Yeah, I have snacks next to me because I decided to not have a proper dinner. I was gonna make some spaghetti, but I'm like, I really don't want spaghetti tonight. I did make sure that I grabbed water so that I can hydrate, and that's a 4. We're off to a great start. Actually, we're really off to a great start. Because that first run was kind of like what I call a perfect run. Basically, anytime I say a perfect run, it's just that I got 80 XP out of the back and forth. That's literally it. Because all I need to do is at least get between 40 and 80, and I still think I'm making progress. If I got less than 40, that means I skipped some. And hopefully I'll have beat up all 10 of these guys. There have been a couple of times where these guys, at least up here, have despawned because I got too far away from them without, like, making them react to me. That was pretty interesting. And I've also had at least one death on the docket so far. I do not know how many times I've actually been defeated, at least in this game, but it's definitely at least one. I wonder if there was... If I have accidentally gone through the door for Twilight Thorn, then there might be more than one, but so far, I only know of one. I don't know if I'm going to do a death counter once I hit level 99 and leave this place, but I think it will be extra funny because that would mean that levels can't save me, only technique. Which is probably true. Levels probably will not save me. But that's why I sometimes, after doing a level up, I take a little time on my other critical file, my main one, and use that to practice some stuff. I haven't gotten around to dealing with the summon stuff. I've just been messing with the drive forms and navigating things and getting all of the little stickers and everything. I can't quite get all of them because I think the remainder of the... I say stickers, BBS brain is really strong. Whoa, okay, that's a little much. That seems fine and dandy for getting the right amount of damage, but that's a bit much. There we go. Okay, that's good. That I can work with. It's not really absolutely necessary, but if I want to level up at least slightly faster, I'm basically getting the double the XP if I keep the regular, so if I keep at half or below half. And I don't want this to drag out forever. I don't want it to just... This is already a strategy that I'm doing. Strategies are being utilized. Very useful. You know what's funny? It's been so long since I've actually started a file that I have no idea what this looks like. Like, I have no idea exactly where I'm at in the tutorial, I guess, because this is technically the tutorial level. I have no idea what point in the story I'm at. So once I start, I'll be like, oh, that's where I am. I could also just look it up. That I could easily do. I could either look it up or, like, start another file just as a side to see what the heck I'm dealing with again. Because I can't remember for the life of me. But it's much more hilarious if I don't remember. I am considering moving up my stream time by like an hour, so I'd be starting an hour earlier. But at the same time, cause then cause time is weird. Anyway, but it's mainly just cause then I have some like extra like time to like wind down instead of going straight to resting. But at the same time, this works, and it ended up working in my favor to not start until now, tonight. Yeah. So yeah, definitely still figuring out the kinks and stuff. That's okay. Like a kink in the hose, okay? Haha. Garden hose. Every time I speak, it's worse. It's not really that bad. I only make it bad because I'm like, oh no, oh no, oh no. Oh no, I accidentally said something that has another meaning depending on how you spell it. Yeah. Alright, we are about 5393 down. Goodness gracious me. Here's a fun little trick for dividing by 80. Just divide by 8 instead, since you're already dealing with 10. It's way easier. So 5393, so 53, so 7 times 8 is 56, so it'd be 6 times 8, that's 48. 48 minus, well, 53 minus 48 is 5. So 5, 59, okay, so that is 6. And then the second digit is, 67? Yeah, okay, so we got about 67 back and forths here. I don't know if that's actually right. I'm breaking out the calculator. We're doing this. We're breaking out the calculator. I don't know why I don't just have it right next to me during the stream. Goodness gracious me. Yeah, I'm doing that with the other one. 5393 divided by 8. Yeah, 67! Guess who's getting better at math again? Me. Genuinely, though, this is actually really helping my brain. Because it's helping me think of how to solve math problems in tense circumstances. Why specifically that? I don't know. I'm not in the profession. Goodness me. I'm not in the profession where I'm required to solve math problems in tense situations, but if the situation ever calls for it, and if I know exactly how to do it, I can pull it off. I am not British, by the way. No, I'm not. I don't even know what region that accent would be. Did it sound kind of... I would have to ask a British person. Specifically an English person. Maybe. I'd have to ask someone from that area, be like, hey, what do I sound like? Oh, wait. Depending on, this is so silly, but depending on who I've been listening to, I end up picking up their accents, which can be either really funny or really, really bad. Like, this happened, this was one of those things that was really funny when I was in high school. In high school, we had a teacher who was from the UK, and so my brain kept picking up her accent, and I had to train my brain to not accidentally, like, speak with the same accent. Because my brain automatically tries to mimic whatever my brain thinks is like, oh yes, this is the most prominent, unusual accent in the room. Like the voice that stands out more, I just tend to pick up on it. I don't know why I do that. It's a very silly thing. I don't know why my brain does that. It's silly. But anyway, I had to make sure to train my brain not to do that, so then I didn't, because I didn't want to make the teacher think I was mocking her, because it wasn't me mocking her, it was just me doing that. I was not the only one who had to, like, remember, don't accidentally mimic the accent, don't accidentally mimic the accent, because one of my classmates also had that problem. And we were like, oh, and I was like, oh, thank goodness I'm not the only one who has to deal with that. It was very funny. That was a fun thing to learn when I was in high school. That was hilarious. So, it was also extra funny because, that Spanish class, usually when you have Spanish teachers, a lot of them, when you hear about the vosotros, you basically get the, pardon my, well, I guess pardon my Spanish, but, they usually say, F, I'm not really in the mood to swear. This is very calming. I'm not in the mood to swear, but basically screw vosotros. That it, like, because it's mainly only really used in Spain, and it might even be regional with Spain. Anyway, but that particular teacher did learn Spanish in Spain, so I did learn the vosotros. So whenever people recite the conjugations, I always include the vosotros conjugation. So it's very cursed. And also because of that, when I was picking up Spanish a lot more, I learned Spanish from like a lot of different people. Like I've had different Spanish teachers over the years, but with that particular time, that kind of solidified for at least a good 5 years at least, where I spoke Spanish kind of like a Spaniard, which, depending on your perspective, is either blessed or cursed. I think a large portion of Spanish Spanish speakers would say cursed. You could also just say it's blessed. But so like when you say like 12, doce, it's taken me a while to properly say doce again instead of saying doce. Cause I don't know. I ended up speaking Spanish with a slight lisp. I don't know why I did that either. I don't know why I allowed those fours, but you know, they were sticks and stones, I guess. Sticks and stones. Anyway, language learning is fun, and I can pick up on it so long as I have the tools around me. I'm not going to check my notifications. I can check them later. That's what notifications are for. They're like, here, you can look at this later, instead of look at me now, look at me now. That's probably actually what they're for. You probably got a notification for this stream if you're actually looking at it. It's okay if you don't immediately start watching, because like it's fine. Don't worry, I'll live. There will be people. I do like attention though. Give me attention, algorithm. Give me attention. I want people to see the dumb things I'm doing. It's way funnier if someone gets to enjoy the dumbness. Sometimes doing stupid stuff is embarrassing, and sometimes it's on purpose and it's fun. I'm getting real good at this. This is also something that's super relaxing too. Also, because of how this has also just been really nice because it's gotten me in the habit of just doing something on a consistent rate, like being constant and consistent with something. And like at the same time, like balancing taking care of myself. Like yesterday, doing a little bit of vocal rest, doing a little bit of taking a dang nap, for goodness sakes. Yeah. And then I've also rediscovered, oh, okay, so because of the time of day, my brain puts itself into what I call waiting mode, where I just kind of wait for the big thing at the end of the day, and that's not exactly productive. So I did manage to avoid the waiting mode problem today, but that's just because I was taking care of lawn care, so that it's pretty easy to break out of the waiting mode when I have something already pre-planned and pre-scheduled. And I like made sure to take care of myself and everything, got some stuff done. I do have to do 2 things tomorrow, so I think that will also break, hopefully it should break my possible waiting mode brain thing for tomorrow's stream. That's if I don't absolutely annihilate my voice. I need to have better posture. I was actually looking up how to like handle like speaking on a regular basis, because I was like, man, I should probably do some vocal rest, you know, so to avoid further damaging my voice. And there's one thing. First is hydration, so I'm going to do that right now. There's plenty of more water for that came from. And then oh, I should have done vocal warm-ups, but that's another thing. What was the third thing? I forgot. Dang it! It was really important too. But oh, posture. Jeez, I literally thought about it because of posture. Goodness sakes. Can you hit me again? Thank you. Dude, I don't want to pick up orbs. But you keep pushing me into the orbs. You are so rude. Okay. Hey gang, what's 50 divided by 8? I'll give you a hint. It starts with a 6. It's 6. 6 times 8 is 48 with a remainder of 2. And then that 2, since we're dropping the 0 because that said 5005, that is 20, so 16, that's a 2, so 62, yeah, 62, let's go, 62 back and forths, at minimum. I say at minimum because, that basically the minimum comes from when I get perfect runs, which is 80 XP points, and then I don't want to even think about the imperfect runs, but I will just based off of that. So it was like 5,005, right? So 50 divided by 4, so 4. I think it's shoot. Oh, 12. Yeah, that actually that was really fast. Anyway, so you start off with 12, so 120 something. 125. 125. Yeah. I don't even know if that's right. It definitely ain't 125 now. Well, I mean, it definitely might go towards 125. Hang on, we're gonna check that. So it was like 5,005. Woo! 125! I guessed it right. I'm getting really good at math. I'm just basically doing long division, that's all I'm doing. And since my brain seems to like crap out when I try to divide 4-digit numbers by 2-digit numbers, I'm just dropping it down to 1 digit and breaking it down from there. Because I mean, it's divisible by 10. All I have to do is move the decimal point over by like 1, and then bada bing, bada boom, you're good to go. That was a lot of words in 5 seconds. Sorry about the noise. Hang on a second, I'm gonna cough. Alright, excellent. Coughing fit out of the way. Trying to get some extra damage because I kind of lost the damage I wanted. Getting all the voice cracks. Holy crap. I think that's what the vocal warm-ups were for. I can't do the thing. I'm sorry, I'm gonna stop doing the vocal warm-ups directly into your ears, because that's probably super annoying. No, I'm not gonna make a parody of the whole most annoying sound in the world. I want to be courteous. You can just look it up. It's from the movie Dumb and Dumber. That's all you have to do. Just look up Dumb and Dumber, most annoying sound in the world. You'll get it. You'll hear it. You will know. It is indeed one of the most annoying sounds in the world. The other most annoying sound in the world is the dang smoke detector batteries beeping. I don't know how some people do it. Actually, there are more annoying sounds where it's like, if the sound is like just loud enough to be heard, but you can't quite hear it, depending on what kind of sound it is, it can be really flippin' annoying. I actually utilize that technique at night when I'm like having the worst time sleeping and my brain's like going a million miles an hour. I just put on some music, but I don't put it on at a volume that I can quite like fully hear it. I put it at just below that. So my brain tries to fixate on listening to the sound, and because it's trying to fixate on listening to the sound, it stops the racing in my brain, and it lets my brain calm down enough to go the hell to sleep. It's a stupid effect, but I love it. So I'm like, you know what? If it fits, it sits. I've got an idea once I kill this guy. It's gonna be a fun magical trip. It's called... Oh. I gotta... There we go. Blue menu. Oh, that's awesome. But that's not what I want. Is there really much of a change? No. No, there's not really much of a change. Oh, there is a change! Wow! Because it makes it has a little key, that's so cool. I love that. That's such a cute little difference. I didn't realize that. I'm so silly. I didn't realize that was such a difference. That's adorable. I love it. Look at those swings. It's too bad I can't have scan until I beat Axel the first time. Because that'd be so sick. That'd be so awesome. Just to see what I'm working with. But unless I do some weird console hacking, there is not a way I can do it. And I don't want to play chicken with my console. There is too much time saved on this thing. Including but not limited to 100%ing at least 2 games. They're both Lego games. And then my level 99 playthrough of Kingdom Hearts 3, which was my first playthrough like ever of KH3. By the way, go watch my before and after fighting Ansem between my first time fighting him and my last time fighting him. It's a hell of a good video where I analyze my fighting techniques between the different battles. I go back and forth between like showing the battle itself and then analyzing the battle itself. I really need to fix that for the Ansem one, where instead of half the video just being the whole thing and then the other half being the analysis, I'm gonna do it the same way layout. I'm gonna redo that same layout because it's way better. I don't know why I didn't do that in the first place, because the first and last Xehanort video did really damn well because of that. I'm pretty sure of it, and the other one sucked. Either that or I picked the wrong thumbnail and everybody was like, oh, both. It's a really cool thing. Plus, when you, at least in my perspective, whenever you see the recordings of games and stuff, at least in my case, whenever I see the recordings that I've done, even without dialogue, I remember, like, the same emotions and things that I was feeling at the times of those. Like, in the recording of the Ansem fight, I remember, like, the, like, stress I was feeling, the being like, alright, this is it, I've gotta finish this. This is no going back. I've got to beat Ansem the first time. Otherwise, oof. It was tough. Cause, yeah. Cause I had trouble fighting him. I had such trouble fighting him, and then I learned about MP Rage, and it saved my life. And what else? It was also really funny because I had a whole audience watching me beat the damn game. That was the best part, actually. Because normally, what I can do, I can, like, coach other people through games. I cannot coach myself through them. I cannot do it. And I understand why that is the case, because when you're in the moment and in the game, you're busy focused on you're the one controlling things, so you have to pay attention to, like, every little thing on the screen. But you always miss stuff because you're focused on where you are in that exact moment, so that you sometimes don't see what's off to the side, so that's why you always have a spotter. It's kind of like with... Okay, I can't say this for certain because I'm not a trained sniper in any way, but it's kind of like having your spotter, like, spot things for you and keep an eye on you, so then that way you can concentrate on actually taking the dang shot. That's a horrible example. Jeez Louise. I think also just, shoot, even a spotter in gymnastics can, like, see ahead of time, like, whether or not something is gonna fail or not. That's why they're there with the mat on the side. Especially on the bars, holy shit. Bars are scary. I did a little bit of gymnastics as a kid. I wanted to learn how to do a back handspring. Unfortunately, I didn't stick it out. That's all there is to it. I didn't stick it out. I don't know why. That might actually be something to do with it. My back. I've never been comfortable flipping around. I don't know whether or not it's because I haven't flipped around a lot, like, growing up, or if it's just because, like, I don't know. It's probably that. Who knows? Remember to calibrate your children by letting them flip-flop around and swing around places. It's good for them. Helps them with the vestibular sense. I can't remember if this is an actual study, but I think I heard of a study where people who get motion sick are also the same folks who are able to just know which way is up when they're underwater without using the bubbles. I don't know if this is a legitimate study. Maybe I should look that up. I should probably look that up. I don't have anything to look that up. My phone's busy babysitting. That's okay. Y'all are gonna laugh, but it took me forever to realize that that was the Addams Family theme. I think I kicked off a lisp. Speaking of, I should drink water. That's what I should do. Drink water. Always drink water. The only reason I don't move Roxas while I'm trying to drink is unfortunately I need two hands to open my water bottle. One to hold the water bottle, one to open the actual lid. It's the best water bottle I've ever had. It's just a metal one. It's not even like a fancy one. It's just a metal one. It's been my bestie for like at least 2 years. Probably 3. Technically, I have 2 other ones that I should probably wash out and clean up a little bit just to make sure that they're not like gross on the inside. Because I haven't used them in a while. One of them is plastic, but it can contain quite a bit. And then the other one is also metal and kind of has a skinny neck, so I have to use a bottle brush to clean it, but it is also pretty good. And it's got like a little ring to be able to be carried on a backpack and stuff like that. It was free swag at a company event. It was pretty sick. I also, for a time, put warm water, like a mixture of warm and colder water, like so then my water would be warm for like a good while. I might start doing that again since I'm going into the winter. Because in recent years, cold air is the worst. I don't have asthma attacks, if you're wondering. No, I don't have asthma, last I checked. But I do not breathe cold air very well. I also need to fix my dang posture, gosh dang it. There's another thing that I've noticed in the past few years is that I do not like touching the floor at all. Now this sounds strange at first, but it's just... Oh, hiccups. It's only when I'm sitting. I refuse to actually sit properly. I always fold my legs. I even did this at work, by the way. I used to fold my legs in the spinny chair at work. It was fun. Good times. Yeah. But it's more comfortable that way. Unfortunately, it does a lot of damage to my knees. So I am trying to break the habit. It's not going well. But I am trying. Somewhat. It's difficult. It's hard to break habits that are born out of comfort. Very hard. I don't know why I'm not taking these guys out. Here we are. Woo! We are already 1,000 into this. We are making some excellent progress, too. Because earlier we said like 43, right? Yeah. Yeah, we're about 1,000 in. That's pretty good so far. I'm definitely going to need to take some damage when I come back up. Whee! I don't think that actually does anything. I don't know if that makes me go faster. Probably not. Alright, hang on. I'm stirring up my snacks so then I can actually partake in my snacks because I want my snacks. And I will have my dang snacks. Tonight's snack is Ghirardelli chocolate chips paired with generic store brand oyster crackers. Oyster saltine crackers specifically. They're called oysters because you can split them in half with your teeth like little oyster shells. It's very delicious. And it's the closest I can get to having sea salt ice cream. It's really not, but I like to believe it. Because salty, sweet, boom, done. It's also just basically another variation of how I used to get saltines. I would get some chocolate frosting and I would spread this chocolate frosting on one saltine and basically make a frosting sandwich with it. I was kind of a menace growing up and definitely a sugar addict. I still am a sugar addict. I'll take that over being an alcoholic, to be honest. It's probably just as bad. Instead of messing with my liver, it's my pancreas I have to keep an eye on. But in recent years, I haven't craved sugar as strongly as I used to. Or at least when I crave sugar, I prefer when it comes from like fruits and vegetables and stuff like that, instead of like direct, almost liquid sugar. Like for example, Capri Suns. I'm kind of like stepping away from the Capri Suns for a while, because it definitely, like, when your blood sugar is low as hell, it's great, but it also doesn't last long. So you have to kind of keep an eye on how you, like, it's just basically good for like an emergency boost in my case. And then afterwards I'm like, okay, I've got to get something a little more solid. Oopsie. Excuse me, kind sir, would you please beat the daylights out of me, so then that way I can get 8 XP from you when I get the daylights beaten out of you. Wouldn't it be funny if you like lost all your XP? No. No, I think Dark Souls does that. I don't remember. I only played it once and I was horrible at it. It was very funny. Like, it was pure comedy. I just rushed into a fight, got my ass kicked. I can't remember if I have Dark Souls. I don't think I do. The only way I'm getting it is if I actually probably purchase it, or if it just happens to show up on the PlayStation Plus free games. I got the basic plan. Because then I can connect to the internet and, well actually, I don't think I needed that for connecting to the internet last I checked, now that I think about it. Did I? No, I didn't need it. Okay, never mind. No, it was just for, maybe it was just for using the PlayStation Network. Yeah, it was for using the PlayStation Network and like matchups on teams and stuff like that. Like I could use the internet, but I couldn't do like matchmaking in like Destiny 2 or anything like that. So I couldn't play with friends and that sucked. Bro! Gosh. So rude. They're like, oh, you want damage? We'll give you damage. I don't want the siren going off. Jeez Louise. Don't want to call an ambulance for me. I am so sorry. The camera is flying around like a maniac now. You know, this doesn't seem like it, but I think that this, at least personally for me, is an excellent argument to live. Because, like, it is so worth being able to do absolutely stupid things like this. So worth it to do stupid shit. Because this is the best damn thing I could think of. I enjoy this way too much. Oh my gosh, okay. Since we're in kind of a dreamlike landscape, this is how I segue into this. Last night, I don't remember what preceded up to it, but at one point in my dream, I literally saw, like, you know how they show like a whole life flashing before your eyes thing? I had that, but it was like a shit ton of paperwork and all sorts of random images like flying across my eye vision. It was really cool. I was like, yo, so this is what it's like actually like being able to envision stuff. Like I was seeing things. It was really cool. It was a wild moment for me. I really want to check those messages. I really want to. Maybe I'll indulge. I'll indulge. Screw it. I'm indulging. Be good for a second. Okay, we got a Steam sale. We got that. Awesome. You're awesome. And then, yeah. I wanted to make sure that, yeah. That was taken care of. Okay, okay. Let's go for the big one. Yay! Oh, there's multiple years! Yes! Oh, that is perfect. That brings me great joy. Hang on, I gotta reboot this thing because it's a brat. There we go. Alright, thank you so much for your patience while I checked my notifications. I really wanted to check them. Because whenever I see notifications, I want to look at them. It is both a blessing and a curse. It means that I will indeed look at the dang thing, but it also means that I have to look at the dang thing. And if I can't get rid of the notification, it's gonna piss me off. I am so sorry. Okay, I'm not really sorry, because if I was sorry, I would stop crunching food. But I hunger. And unfortunately, I didn't make spaghetti today. I was gonna make spaghetti tonight. And I have the really, like, not fancy Parmesan cheese. I have, like, the really shitty, like, the powder cheese. So, like, it's like, that cheese lasted way has lasted way longer than it should. But I was just gonna make some spaghetti and eat that tonight. I might make, maybe I'll make spaghetti for breakfast. What the hell is wrong with me? I'm having a trouble deciding if I do grocery shopping and then make my breakfast, or if I make my breakfast and then do grocery shopping. It depends on the amount of chocolate chips. I am a freak of habit where I have chocolate chips and waffles every single morning. As long as there are waffles, I will have them. And if there are no waffles, I will make them. I deserve the waffles. Regardless of what I do in life, I deserve waffles. Honestly, I think that's a pretty good principle to live by. I deserve those dang waffles. Okay, sir. I'm gonna need you to calm down. Give me the orbs. But I think I already said it on a previous stream. It is very much worth. Life is very worth this stuff. I should not be allowed to philosophize on stream. Because then I have a high potential of giving people existential crises, and we don't want that. People come to Twitch to chill out, not get existential. Unless there's an existential horror category, by all means. This ain't it, though. Oopsie, that's a 4. Yeah, it's fine. We're doing pretty good so far. Not even an hour in. Damn, we're doing great. We are doing really great. A little bit of sweepage. A little bit of damage. A little bit of Minecraft in my room. A little bit of Sandra. You know what's funny? I only know the Disney version. I had to mute because I was dying. I'm gonna drink some more water. That's the curse of eating saltines. It dries out your throat. If I was smart, I would have waited to eat an apple until now. Normally I'd say Mama didn't raise a fool, or at least she tried not to raise a fool, but gosh dang it, she might have raised a fool. That's okay. I might take a NyQuil tonight. We'll see. Only reason I say that is because I might still be potentially fighting a mild cold. Like the mildest of it. I don't get sick that often, but when I do, holy crap. My immune system takes me down. Like, it goes crazy when I get sick. It's like, there's an intruder, intruder alert, time to destroy, and the white blood cells go frickin' like ballistic. What else? What else goes absolutely bonkers? The B cells go nuts if they catch up. The T cells go absolutely bonkers when they catch up, and then the macrophages come by and clean up the mess. Because let's face it, it's a freaking war zone. The only reason I know and understand this is because I watch Cells at Work, because unfortunately I am a weeb and it's the best way for me to learn about the human body. I still haven't finished season 2. I might sit down and finish season 2. That'd be kind of cool. Oh my gosh, I just remember that really weird era on Twitch where like people were doing a meta of like reacting to like, I think it was anime for a very short time and then that got cut off. And then it was something else. I think it was reacting to Kitchen Nightmares, like that was a meta for a while. It was really, that was so wild. Why were we doing that? I say we as if I was doing, no, I wasn't doing it at all. I don't think I was streaming at the time. I was too busy trying to fight for my life in college. I did not have my whole stream set up with me during that time. I didn't even have a proper stream set up. I didn't even have a capture card, man. That's how bad it was. I'm so glad I got a capture card, by the way. Because this would be so difficult to deal with. Like, I wouldn't be able to see notifications. I would be babysitting my chat in a different way. What else? Oh, I wouldn't be able to adjust the volume of my voice compared to the volume of the game, so the game would be loud as hell with my voice being barely able to carry over it. That sort of thing. Yeah. Oh yeah. I'm gonna see if talking in a higher register. Ooh, that hurt. That actually hurt. I was gonna try to talk in a. I'm trying to talk in a higher register to see if that's a little bit less rough on my voice. So far, I don't know how I feel about it. Okay. I'm wondering how to ensure that I don't need to take frequent voice breaks. The weekends off is probably a good start. I can't think of any other ways to like ensure taking care of my voice. I don't know if voice training will help. Maybe. I'll have to look into it. Because if I'm doing this on the regular, I need to make sure that my voice behaves. Because otherwise, the study, which is a game soundtrack, gets freaking flagged like crazy. And mutes the dang VOD. Like, I get it, but geez Louise. I do appreciate, though, that the section just gets muted instead of, like, smacking you with a violation or something like that. Because, like, 9 times out of 10, it's just the background music and that's it. I also appreciate that recent developers are, making sure that there's a streamer mode, so then that way when licensed music is involved in their games, like, streamers don't... Streamers can basically still advertise their game by playing it without, like, getting wrecked. Because otherwise, if you get wrecked, there's not really much incentive to play the game on stream, which means it's technically no longer getting freely advertised. I don't know why I did that. There's no need to do that. That was unnecessary. Nice. Wipe out. Okay, I'm gonna let him hit me a few times, cause, yeah. I wonder what'll get more HP. Will I get more HP? Does Roxas have a max HP increase? Huh. I don't know. I will find out over time. Bro. Bro! Don't be freaking rude. Yeah, I don't think my HP has increased in a while. It might not be for a while. I am now mildly suspicious. Plot twist, when I beat Twilight Thorn at level 99, my HP bar just goes shoop. I don't know if that's the case though. Alright, come on, let's dance. I wish I had the song memorized. There's a song kind of stuck in my head, but not really. It's one of those ones where it's made up by putting clips of people speaking together. It's based on the Limited Life series on YouTube. Imagine Hunger Games, but people have multiple lives, but there's also a little extra gimmick in every season. And the characters don't actually, like, permanently die. Like, they can die multiple times, and then, like, once they die for the last time, they're out of the series, but, like, they come back next season. It's really funny. Anyway. Limited Life was based on time. Everybody had a total of 24 hours. And sessions were about, like, 2 to 3 hours or something? Probably, like, 2 hours max or something each. 2.5. Bro! Anyway, gosh, rude. Anyway, really cool gimmick. If you die, you lose an hour. If you kill someone, but you have to be under yellow time can kill green, and then red time can kill pretty much anybody. It's divided by 3. There's a reason why it's called Traffic Twitter. Anyway. Yeah, the song that was made up by Evil Ample, she's done the other seasons, as like 3 of the previous 3 seasons as well. But all 4 songs are bangers, to be honest with them. They're pretty awesome. Anyway, yeah, it's catchy, especially Limited Lives. Holy shit, that one is so good. I love it. Time. Clear the throat before I clear that clock. In the sky. Who am I kidding? I'm washed up. I really hope the time will stop. But I hear this tick tock clock. 3, 2, 1. That's the second chorus. Yeah. Really cool. I love when people do cool stuff. I like doing cool stuff too. Makes me feel cool. I don't always do cool stuff. It's more fun to be boring. No, it's not more fun to be boring. It's more fun to be dumb. Maybe not all the time, though. Maybe it's just more fun to do absurd stuff. Yeah, that's it. Way more fun to do absurd stuff. Oh, jeez. When was the last time I broke the calculator? No, I don't want to break the calculator. I've had that thing since high school, and I want to keep it. I don't like breaking things. Which is why I probably, like, every once in a while, I'm like, I want to go to a rage room and just see how it goes. But then the other part of me is like, if I go to a rage room, I might be like, oh, I don't want to break this. Alright, quick go. 35 divided by 8. 4. Excellent. Because what is it? 4 times 8 is 32. And, yeah, so we'll just do the 30, and then, 4 and 8, so 24, 6, remainder of 6, so... Well, shit, okay. Maybe I'll do the math once I'm done with this. No, we're gonna be persistent, so... 43. 43 is it. I'm sure of it. Bro! Oh, 34.69. Okay, let's do some math. Yeah, 43. Nailed it. It sounds so silly and arbitrary, but it's genuinely a good skill to have. It's genuinely a good skill to have to be able to do long division. Especially in your head, holy crap. So useful. I know calculators are a thing, but I know, and what's funny is like sometimes teachers will be like, you don't always have a calculator, and then people like are like, I have my phone. It's like, oh, yeah, sometimes your phone's dead. And sometimes you just need to flex by doing long division in your head. And sometimes you don't want to take your phone out of your dang pocket. It's a very good thing to practice thinking too. Like, geez Louise, please practice thinking. It's very fun. You can feel your brain working as you do it. Maybe that's just me and my gears haven't turned as much as they used to. They really should. They turned a little today because I did some writing. That was pretty awesome. I am very proud of myself for that. Because it had been a while, at least with one of the stories I was working on, it had been a while since I actually properly worked on it. I'm so glad I finally worked on it because I finally got past the part that was really pissing me off. So that part's taken care of, and now I can move on and continue into the angsty stuff. And I was able to add some angst in there. Woo! I love writing depressing things. It's cathartic. Tragedies are a catharsis. Speaking of catharsis, how many of you have read Romeo and Juliet and thought it was a romance? Don't worry, you are not the only ones. For some reason, Hollywood is obsessed with painting it as a romance when it is a tragedy. It is a tragedy because these two kids who are absolutely innocent of whatever the frick was going on between their two families got basically dragged into the feud, and it ended up killing them, and by their deaths the feud ended because the families were like, what the frick is wrong with us that we ended up allowing this to happen by being jerks to each other and just not chilling out. That's kind of the gist of it. I know I have a copy of Romeo and Juliet somewhere. It's not in a small book, it's in one of those dang compilations, so it's a real pain in the butt to look around. It's kind of the same thing with, I think a collection of Sherlock books? Wait, hang on. Let me look. I gotta check. Is that Shakespeare? Yes! Shakespeare, my beloved! There we go. Yeah, I've got like a whole Shakespeare collection, and then I've got like 3 Shakespeare plays that are in like smaller books. It's Hamlet, Macbeth, and A Midsummer Night's Dream. I think I said this on a previous stream before, but one time I got really bored one day, and I also really wanted to practice using my voice because I didn't use my voice very often. So I practiced reading A Midsummer Night's Dream out loud, and I got really dramatic with it because I was like, you know what, this is fun, reading it aloud. It's way more fun. If you ever have to study any sort of plays, especially Shakespeare, read it out loud, get silly with it, just go nuts. You don't even have to get the emotion exactly right. Just have fun with it. It's very funny. It makes a huge difference too, because it makes it more interesting, and you kind of get more of the gist of it. Probably why I don't read audiobooks, because sometimes I end up tuning out the audio itself because I get distracted and I'm like, I want to read it. But reading out loud, then it's like, okay, I'm actually reading the words on the page and trying to comprehend it. And when I have trouble with words, I have to sound the damn things out, which is a real pain in the ass, but it's gotta be done. Speaking of words, I have a beef with a specific word. Mainly at how them up with another word. It's definitely. The word definitely does not have an A in it. A lot of people spell it defiantly. Stop. It's not defiantly, it's definitely. Get that damn A out of there. Goodness gracious me. Sometimes I want to tell people that, but then other times I'm like, you know what, it's really not worth the fight. But at the same time, I'm like, I want to tell them so bad. And the reason why I don't tell them is because I'm like, okay, is this me about me being right, or is this me about making sure that people learn the difference between definitely and defiantly? It's a huge damn difference. Unless I want to defy the damn English language and not be able to understand it, then I guess by all means, go ahead, but you're not going to be able to comprehend anything, and that's why you are lost. Okay, that was a little mean. Who am I kidding? That's a lot of mean. What the heck? Alright. Come on. Fight me. You know what? That's fine. That's fine. That's cool. I can work with that. I can definitely work with that. Bro, give me more damage. I need it. Hand it over. That's not nearly enough. I'm at 12 out of 20. Give me more. And one more for prosperity, if you could. Most excellent. Thank you so much. You know, I think the other reason why I don't feel like a blob is because I stayed off my phone for a good chunk of time. I think that makes a huge difference. You don't have to be on social media. You don't have to be on social media. They can live without you. Part of you just wants to tell the world what you're doing, which is kind of what I'm doing, so I kind of sound like a hypocrite. And especially the fact that I keep telling random shit about my life that nobody actually wants to know. Bro. But like, I'm not like, whatever. Never mind. It's just, you don't have to share every minute of every day. That's what I'm saying. And a lot of times whenever you see social media profiles, it's super curated to be like the best. So we all sit on a throne of lies of omission. We all do. Come on. Hit me with your best shot. Come on, hit me with your best shot. Hit me with your best shot. Fire away. I wonder if anybody did a spoof with Zigbar in that song. Oh, posture check. I'm gonna posture check myself into fixing my dang back, and so then my voice doesn't get compressed to hell. The point of the posture thing is to make sure that your lungs don't get compressed and then you can actually breathe. By the way, most of the time how I'm talking, this is actually how I normal talk. I do not put on a voice, because if I tried to put on a voice like this, it would be extremely difficult to keep it up for a lot of time. Like, I can even feel it now. I can feel the cold air hitting the back of my throat and being like, hey, would you like to drown in dry air? And I'm like, no, thank you. This is also not how I actually talk. Yeah, I mean, I already established that, but whatever. Point is, I just let my voice cut loose, so we get this kind of grovelly effect. Why did I do that? One of these days I need to participate in one of those community events where people like actually use voice chat, and I'll probably regret it. But one of these days I should totally participate in a community type event of some community and use voice chat and then be part of the gang, and it'll be funny. The more I socialize, the more I realize I actually really like people. I started going to conventions a couple years back because I was like, you know what, this is a great way to loosen up, be chill, be around a lot of people. And it's around, and everyone here is just as weird as me, if not weirder, which is way better. Please be weirder than me. It makes me feel comfortable. Like in the fun way, not in like the creepy way. You know what I mean? If you know, you know. If you don't, that's okay. You will figure it out really fast. Hopefully without any embarrassment, because that sucks. It's not fun. But like, it's been great. Just going there and talking to people. I still am bad at joining in conversations online. It does mean that I am a little disconnected from the gang, from the group. But since I am the oldest of the bunch, I do feel like I have some obligation to keep a distance, because I am like pushing 30. I'm not quite there yet. I've still got a couple of years left before I hit the milestone. Honestly, I am jazzed to turn 30. Holy shit. I am so freaking jazzed to turn 30. Because you know what that means? You know what that means, chat? I have been on this planet for 30 years. Do you know how cool that is? I've been around here for 30 years. 3 whole decades. I've been around the sun 30 times. Approximately. Do you know how freaking rad that is? It's awesome. I'm excited to be there. Holy shit. And then that means that anyone obsessing over the 2 in the number is gonna not have... I am going to become even more invisible as I pass into my 30s, and I am so excited for that. Holy crap. And then I feel less weird if I find somebody in their 40s attractive. That sounds so dumb out of context, but... if you've liked an actor that is significantly older than you, it feels a little weird to be like 20-something and they're like almost 40, and it's just like, maybe I should not, you know. I'm past DiCaprio's threshold though, haha. I say that as a joke, by the way. I cannot verify anyone's dating preferences. Why am I doing this? Is the worst topic conversation to come up with, but I'm doing it anyway because it's funny to me. Hey, we hit sub 3,000. You know what that means? We're halfway there. Whoa, living on. Wait, did I take him out? Where'd he go? I wasn't done. I think my finishers are taking them out. Oh, that's right, because in critical mode, every single enemy has to be finished off with a finisher, if I remember right. Or at least the bosses do. Why did I pick critical mode? What is wrong with me? Oh my gosh. You know what? I picked critical mode because I wanted to be all big and tough. And I still do that in real life. In real life, I want to be big and tough. Because big and tough means that no one ain't gonna mess with me. I am Lord of the Beef. I lift heavy things on purpose because I want to show off. I want to be seen as cool. Which I think is pretty normal for a lot of people. They want to be seen as cool. I want to be seen as, like, physically strong. Because I am not big. So it makes it that much more hilarious when I just lift things that are not, that are bigger than me. I think it's an accomplishment. This one time in a karate class, we were practicing throws. We had mats, of course. We always had mats. But we were practicing throws. And there were like lines, and then the person in front would throw the person behind them. So I had just finished like getting thrown and stuff. And the person behind me was like 6 foot, at least 200 something pounds. Big guy. Big guy. And my classmates looked at me, looked at him, and were like, how the hell is this gonna work? No, to be fair, it's not always about strength when you throw someone, it's also about technique, and me being shorter also gives me a significant advantage because I am lower than the center of gravity, depending on the height of the person. So, I threw him so hard that the equal and opposite reaction kicked in, and I like launched myself backwards because I threw so hard. We also sparred one time, and he accidentally got me in the forehead, but not like too hard. And I just was like fuming, and I was like, everything's fine, it's cool, it wasn't on purpose. But it was a little bit tense right before that, but yeah. It was very funny. He was a cool dude, I hope he's doing okay. That was a fun class. I really liked that class. I wish I didn't start getting, I wish my depression didn't kick into overdrive towards the end, because I ended up like skipping the last few sessions of class. Really sorry about that, Sensei, if you happen to find out this is me. You know who I am, maybe. But like, I was going through some stuff, to be fair. It was rough. I can't remember, yeah, I was going through some stuff. So it makes sense that I started like, yeah, ooh, yeah. That's okay though. Every once in a while I think about getting back into doing karate classes and stuff like that, because I'm like, man, I was really strong. Like, I used to win push-up contests. Partially because I could do it and I had a pretty good endurance, and partially out of spite because this one kid was really pissing me off, and he was a little bit on the prideful side and boastful and stuff like that. So I decided, you're not gonna get uppity today. I'm going to kick your ass in push-ups, and I did, and I won, and I was great. And by the way, I wasn't doing push-ups where you have your knees on the ground. I was doing like full plank push-ups. I don't mess around. There you are. I knew I hadn't killed you. Karate's also just fun. It's good exercise, you get to use a lot of parts of your body. The only con is if you accidentally land on your knee on the usually wood floor. Oh my gosh, that hurts, and it probably damages your knee. I hear chaos, you know what that means. Oh, thank you for not barking, thank you. Cease the chaos. Cease it. I bet I know what it is. I'm gonna take a look. It's in a book of reading Rainbow High. I don't know the rest. Everybody's driving. Ah, that's the stuff. The joy of sitting in comfort. Kyoto. Perfect. Okay, that works. I can work with that. Alright, so another math test. 27 divided by 8. Go. Oh, it's just me. Alright, 27 divided by 8. 3 times 8 is 24, so we got started off with a 3. What's the remainder? 4. And we're going to use the 4 there. We're going to drop that 4 down there, so that means 44. How many times is 4 going to 44? 11. So we're going to say 21. So let's just do that. Let's just do that. 2729 divided by 80. Did I say 34 or 24? Oh my gosh, wow. Yikes. Anyway. Alright, come on. Get the ball rolling. I don't think I did my math right. I definitely didn't do my math right. Who am I kidding? Where did I go wrong? Okay, 7. Yeah, 3. And then 34, something like that, I think it was what it was. Okay, that one's a little easier. 2705, go. Alright, 27. 3 times 8 is 24, so that's the leading one, 3. No, I did do that right. Okay, yeah. I was just mixing it up. And then the remainder is 3. Yeah, because 27 minus 24, yeah, that's 3. So 30. And then, yeah, 24. So it's like 30 something, 0.6. 10 out of 10. Good job. Good job, brain. Good job at math. Either way, we're making progress, so that's fine. Gotta straighten up my posture so I don't crumple my lungs. Then I can keep on oh my gosh, maybe that's what my problem is. Huh. Maybe I need to stretch out a little more when I streep? Streep? What? We're not talking about Meryl Streep, the actress. She's awesome. Love her performance in Devil Wears Prada. I know she's done other performances and in lots of excellent movies and shows, but that is the first one I thought of. She looks super awesome in that. Such a fun one. Plus, I'm a sucker for fashion. It's so funny. I wish I had allowed myself to be a little bit more obsessed with fashion growing up. I mean, I kind of did, but not really. I kind of like experimented at random with stuff, but like not enough. Like I didn't look into things as much as I would have probably wanted to. Huh. Well, I can do it now, so that's fine. Do do do. Do do do. Do 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 do. Do do do. Do do do. Do 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 do. Do 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 do. Ba ba ba. Ba da da. Da 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 da. There has probably been an AU of Kingdom Hearts with Spider-Man. That would be pretty dang sick. I wonder. Yeah, they'd probably do that. I was gonna say if they inserted Marvel films into the Kingdom Hearts series, they would probably, if there was a Spider-Man, it would be Tom Holland's Spider-Man, which means they would have a rendered face of Tom Holland in there. I don't know how to feel about that. How would they... That would be too chaotic to implement the MCU into Kingdom Hearts. That'd get way too messy. Way too messy. I think it'd be easier to implement the Star Wars films into the live actions. Yeah, it'd be easier to do that. Now the question is, where would they start with those? Would they go with the original trilogy? Would they go with the prequels for the drama? Would they go with the sequels? Would they go with one of the quote-unquote, I just say one-offs, but not really, the ones that kind of fill in the gaps in the timelines? It's a good question. I think so. Let me check my math. $25. Wait, what was that? 25.53. 25.53. Oh, good job, brain. 31. Oof. Okay, if we want to do this, we gotta do this fast. Like I said, this is the kind of stuff that happens. Okay. So, we are now on a timer. 40 minutes. Woof. Yeah, I might consider starting the stream around earlier times. Alright. But we can work with this. We've done it before, we can do it again. Maybe. If not, that means that we can start off the next stream with a bang. And I am not doing well with this. Good job. At least I got a puppy with me. Drums. Sound the drums. Let's see. I still stand by the fact that Treasure Planet and Atlantis would be excellent freaking worlds to have. Especially in the new engine. Oh my gosh, in the new engine it would be so gorgeous. And it could totally be done. It could totally be done. You could just do like sort of how you implemented how they implemented the Caribbean. They could definitely do something with that with Treasure Planet, with going between the different lands. Although it'd be a lot of sailing, so maybe that wouldn't work. I don't know. That's a good question. Maybe a combination mix of the Caribbean and Port Royal, how they did both of those worlds in Kingdom Hearts 2 and Kingdom Hearts 3. Level design would be kind of tricky actually with that. But it's possible. It could be done. Or maybe they stick with, oh wait, but the treasure world would get destroyed at the end of the, probably at the end of the scenario, so that might not work. Well, the ship would still be around. No, would it? Yeah, the ship would still be around, so maybe that. The ship would definitely be part of it. I don't know. It'd be very interesting. Atlantis would be an excellent one. I don't know how they'd implement the whole with the Keyblade thing because I mean magic. I don't know if magic shows up in that. No, it definitely doesn't. One second, I gotta see. There we go, got it. Could definitely like start after the it'd have to start at a certain point along the journey. Although it'd be really funny to have Sora, Donald, and Goofy interact with Mr. Whitmore, because that would be the funniest thing that would be so funny. And there'd definitely be a boss battle with Rourke. That'd be a pretty sick boss battle. Ooh. Oh no. Wait, no, they couldn't do a boss battle with the Leviathan. Because that would be difficult to explain Sora, Donald, and Goofy's well, actually, they could kind of explain it on their presence on the ship. And then they escape or something like that. But they were pretty far down in the dust. I don't know. Okay, maybe the level design and implementation would be a bit tricky. Because that one's a little bit more grounded in reality. Dang, that's tough. I don't think they'd use Anastasia with like Fox in it because it was like originally a Fox animation. I mean, there's a princess, but I don't know if that would work. They also... How many new princesses of heart did they introduce in KH3? I know they introduced Anna. No, wait, yeah. They introduced Rapunzel for sure. They introduced Anna and Elsa. I don't know if they both are separately princesses of heart or if it's just Elsa for some reason, because they were focusing on Elsa a lot. At least Larxene was. So that's at least 2 or 3, and then Kairi was still one of them. So that's either 3 or 4. So which means there's still an open opportunity for like 4 other princesses of heart to exist. I don't know who they choose. Probably, ooh, what about Moana? They might use Moana. She seems like a pretty good princess of heart, to be honest. And they might mix up like her heart being the heart of Te Fiti, and they might be like, oh my gosh, no, what are you doing with your heart? Why is your heart not where? And you're like, you know, it's that sort of thing. That could work. And then, who else? The gal from Wish, I don't think would work because Wish did not go over well with audiences, if I remember right. It was pretty forgettable. Like, the only song that really, like, got any traction was the one that the villain sang, and it was like... the lyrics were... Ooh. Just, oof. It was an oof. It was a big oof. I'm trying to think of any other ones. I don't think that's a Disney. Is that a Disney film? Luca. Luca would be a good one. I don't know how they explain the whole Keyblade thing. I don't think they'd implement... That would be one of those worlds where you don't really need a Keyblade thing going on. Because Sora probably wouldn't be fighting any... Well, I mean, he could probably fight some Heartless and stuff like that, but I don't know if it'd work in the town. Well, you know, you can bend the rules a little bit. Maybe I'm thinking too solidly. That's probably what my problem is. Luca could be pretty fun. And they, like, try to support, Luca and... I cannot remember his name. But they support the trio of kids doing the race. And then, I don't know, fight some monsters or something that are trying to sabotage or, like, prevent sabotage during the race or something. I don't know. It's ideas. I'm just throwing ideas out there. It's a pretty lady. She's a precious baby. Thank you for the damage. So then I can do what I need to do, which is give myself enough power to get what I want. I'm not getting what I want today. It's really getting on my nerves, dang it. Yeah, I'm gonna have to deal with yeah. Time is gonna get adjusted for sure. Maybe I'll try to get less distracted during the daytime. Let's go. 2201. That is a 6 left over, so 60... 56, so... 27. That's a guesstimate. I'll do a quick check. Oops. And now it's 2177, so... It's funny, because if I keep checking... Oh my gosh, I was right. I need to stop doubting myself. I actually am pretty good at math. Guys, please. Thank you. There we go. Perfect. We love to see it. Alright, a little bit of damage. Thank you. Dang it. Wait, was that a 4 or an 8? I didn't see. I hate it when that happens. There we go. Perfect. And execute. Excellent. Excellent. Oh, okay. That's what I was thinking of. I don't know why when that particular word comes up. Hi. I'm sorry, you were trying to get going and I just stopped you because you wanted pets. I probably should have let that damage hit me because then I could get what I want faster. They are all over the place today. Nice. Alright, cool. We are making progress. It can be done. Maybe. Yeah, it can be done. 27. Or do I want some snackage still? I still got my 8s, that's all I care about. Okay. Nice, air combo. Well, less of a combo, more like just me jumping in the air and smacking them. I'm trying to get my snacks in. Nice, okay. We are rolling this ball and we are going faster. Dodge roll doesn't make me go faster. I was gonna be like, I wonder if the game's gonna wig out when I get to level 99. Probably will. Alright, 2001, let's go. Alright, that is a 2. 4 remaining, 40. I should not do math on sections in progress. Well, let's keep going though. It was like 2005, right? So the remainder was 4, so 40. 4 times 8 is 30. Oh wait. 5. 5 times 8 is 40. 25. That can't be right. No, it has to be right. It's 25. Have I only made so little progress since I last did math? Surely that can't be true. How many points is that? Alright, let's do it on 19. Okay, so 19... Still a 2. Like, basically until we get sub 16, it's gonna be a 2 no matter what. But I said 1941, so 19, 3, 4, so... 24. That doesn't sound right. Whoa! Okay. I wasn't paying attention. That was on me. I didn't even type in what I wanted right. It was 24. That was bad. Anyway. Do I still have what I want? Yeah, I still have what I want. That's fine. Okay, that was a little spicy. And really annoying, because now I'm set back by a lot. Jesus. Frick. I'm gonna get these guys all in here. Crap. Okay, I gotta go back for that one. Or, I'll move on ahead after taking these guys out. I gotta make sure that this guy gets in my range. Okay. I'm gonna come back for that other guy. Well, that's 2 on the death counter for this. Because I wasn't paying attention. Good job. Good job, Yellow. Oof. Builds character. It's fine. Okay, note to self. Don't do that. Like I said, don't try to do math while things are in progress. Goodness sakes. Alright, so it'll be 1861. Still a 2. I don't know why I'm doing this. It's 23. It's literally 23. I don't know why. Don't know why I'm doing that. Yeah. Yeah, 23. There we go, perfect. Making up for that lost time. I don't know why it's a lost. No, it is a lost time because I'm okay. I'm not speedrunning per se, but I am trying to have some speed. I would like to do this expeditiously. I would like to be swift about it. I just thought of a stupid idea. Actually, it's not really stupid. It's more like a silly idea. Grab a dictionary, set it up so then I can read it, and then while somewhat paying attention, I spend a chunk of a stream reading the dictionary. I do not have the voice for reading a dictionary though, so I don't think that's happening. Not in the slightest. No. That's okay though. I'm definitely speaking a little lower than usual. That's okay, I can work with that. Alright, come on. Get over here. I need you both here so then you can do maximum damage. Come on. Get the ball rolling. Thank you for your contribution to science. Dang it. Sometimes I do wonder if taking the time to get the extra damage is worth it, or if it'd be faster. I don't know, I'd have to measure the average times, and that gets tricky. Complex math problems strike again. Rude. Not the enemy, it's the complex math problem striking. That's what's rude. Very rude indeed. Maybe I'll grab a snack. Do I grab a snack? Do I dare? Really? Basketball mode, is that it? One more for prosperity. That should do it. That was a 4. Getting a little sloppy there. Because I want my snack so dang bad. Okay. Come on. I need the damage. Perfect. Okay, gonna need some more. A little bit more. Thank you for your contribution to science. Dang it. I was trying to avoid that orb. Alright, kick them into gear. Grab my snacks. Keep my eye on my health. Oh no! Absolutely not, sir. You cannot do that. Alright. We are this close to hitting sub 20. No, sir, you can't do that. We are not doing weed whacker style tonight. No weed whacking. No weed whackers. That reminds me, I need to get a longer extension cord. I'll have to do that later. Alright, how are we doing? We can do this. It can be done. Sub 20, let's go! Can I do that? If I don't get distracted, I can. We save ourselves some time? No, we cannot. What up? I'm Jared. I'm 19 and I've never learned to read. I have been on the vine too long. I wasn't even on the vine. My no. Oh, hang on. Death approaches. Woof. That did some damage. That's okay, I can work with it. Okay, cool, I got an 8 out of that, but now I need to get a couple hits, because that's 12. Most kind and gracious of you. Alright, we are officially sub 20. I'm gonna get really good at math here. Because once we get into 1600s, that means I know I have about 20 something left, and then when I'm in the like 50s or something like that, that probably means I'm in the... gotta hit 60. There's at least 6. Depending on, or 70s, depending on if it's above, times 8, 56. So we're gonna hit the 70s of back and forth soon. Not this one. Definitely not this one. But we definitely hit the 70s at least. Probably a while ago. Maybe. That's not good. I need a little extra from you. You are not giving me the amount of damage I want. And you are being too much of a spaghetti and gave me 4. We're probably gonna get into the streams where I cannot level up on stream. It'll just be 2 hours of progress and no payoff. That's okay. We can work with that. Ring, 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 ring. Banana phone. Ping pong, ping pong, ping pong, ping. Banana phone. It goes in bunches. I got my hunches. It's the best. Beats the rest. Cellular, modular, interactive, modular. Ring, 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 ring. Banana phone. Boop, 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 boop. Ping pong, ping pong, ping pong, ping. Banana phone. I don't know the rest of it. I do remember a slideshow video that someone made of it, and it was very funny. Very, very funny indeed. Good classic. Very good classic. Alright, we do a sweep, and a whack, and a sweep, and a whack. Perfect. Thank you. And then... Perfect. And I got it before I got the HP back, so that's cool. I'm getting a general idea of where my half point is. There we go. Excellent. Thank you for the damage, so then I can do this. Nice. We are making progress. Alright. When we get to the 800s, we will be in the sub-10 zone. Well, we'll start getting to 10. And then sub-10. Nice reload. There we go. Optimize, automate, grind, optimize, automate, together. Woo! I think I've softened my voice too much. Oopsie. And I'm getting a little bit too cocky about this and not paying attention to getting fours. Give me my 4. Or my 8s. Whatever they're called. I want them. 1 8, not 4. Okay, here we go. I think it's about 14. Yeah, 14. I should really watch that one Muppets movie where they try to save their studio or something like that. Because one of the songs from it keeps showing up in my mind. But it's only like a small part of it. Because that's what happens when you only watch short form content and don't actually watch the dang shows that the clips keep coming from. Goodness gracious me. Is it broken? Are we rallying? Oh dear, that's too many orbs. That's way too many Orbeez. Far too many. Give me what I want. And I'm using my voice a lot to avoid getting the mod muted because I don't know why. I don't know why I do that. I think I already said before, I have stopped highlighting the VODs because, of course, stupid limitations, and also I just download the VODs anyway onto a hard drive so then I can mess with them later. So there is some record of them, and also because they're being saved on YouTube after a while, yeah. I am saved some grief. So that's good. Thank you for your contribution to science. Alright, that puts me at 12, so let's loop around, let's get some damage, and then let's, do some damage. And then, that's gonna cost me. Dang it. A bit more, buddy. Thank you. Stay away from me, green Orbeez. I do not want you. There's a reason why I don't have the draw ability on. Ooh. That's a 4. Gross. Technically, I'm still making progress. It's just, it's slightly faster if I, let myself get half health and below. Okay, I need some damage. I don't want to get near the door, because then I'll have to do the whole thing over again. Why did I do that? I think I was just impatient. Oh dear. Okay, we have approximately 5 minutes to pull this off. It ain't happening, no. That sucks. That's okay. Thank you for your contribution. I should get a DVD copy of Mamma Mia so then I can watch it whenever I want. That seems totally out of the blue, but I started thinking about the song Thank You for the Music, which is like not necessarily in the mainline soundtrack of Mamma Mia, because I mean it's literally just a jukebox musical of the Mamma Mia album. If I remember right. Dude. Anyway, but it's there. It's there. I was thinking about it. It wasn't the most catchy one in the production. Fun musical though. Very fun musical. I think Meryl Streep's in that one too. Thank you, Meryl Streep, for at least a lot of performances that are really good. And 2 that I remember the most. Oh, those are 4s. Disgusting. Ugh. Yeah. Okay. We are gonna do 2 more runs. Just 2. And yeah. 2 more runs. Let's try to make them both 80s. 2 more runs. Let's do this. We can do this. Come on, come on, come on. I have an idea. Once I'm done with the thing that I have, I won't start the stream again, but I will make progress. But it will be progressed for the next one. How about that? That seems satisfying enough. So we'll do these 2 runs here. And then, yeah. Yeah, that sounds good. Okay, that works. Yeah, that works. Okay. Yeah, I'm definitely getting towards the times where I'm like, I need to accept the fact that I won't be able to level up every single stream. We are definitely reaching the threshold. Ooh, maybe I should rewatch Scott Pilgrim vs. the World. Funny enough, the first time I watched that movie, I rented the DVD from my local library, but unfortunately it skipped out at a small section. So I missed like a couple of scenes between the fight with Roxy and the battle with the Katsunagi twins. So I missed like a small chunk of that or something. Or maybe it was after that. I don't remember the exact point, but I did miss some scenes. So I finally eventually got the DVD for myself, and yeah. And now I can watch it whenever I want. And watch all the little makings of and things like that. Physical media is very important, and it also means that the production can put all the cool behind-the-scenes stuff and fun commentaries on there. Because let's face it, it's fun to hear actors and actresses talk about their experiences on films. And it's fun to hear the crew talk about how they put together the production design, and like what they had to do for costuming. Like the costuming talks on the Phantom Menace and in Attack of the Clones, those are so fun. But I really love clothes and fashion and stuff, so maybe that's a factor in it. Yeah. Whee! We're off to a great start. We're doing great. I say we're off to a great start as I'm about to end the stream. Good job. Good job, me. That's okay. We can work with that. I can optimize. The point is that I'm having fun. And I actually am having fun. I may not have set out what I exactly wanted to do. Think that we've gone and set out what we had to do for the lovers And the dream. I really need to. Okay, I need to find that. I need to find that Muppets film. Okay, I'm gonna find the Muppets film. Alright. That is gonna do it for the stream. Oh, big stretch. We didn't accomplish level 29, but that's okay. Part of it is because I got distracted by things. Part of it is also because I got wrecked. But it's okay. The point is, we made significant progress, and either next stream I'll have started off with level 29 because I went and did some background leveling, so then that way it was done, and then that way I can make some progress towards the next one, and yeah. So, everybody have a good one. Thank you for watching. If you are watching the VODs, thank you also for watching the VODs, and have a good one.